gentlemen, welcome back to the Laugh Daily Podcast. Today is extremely exciting for not only us, but I'm sure many of you guys, because we are here with Team Edge. Gentlemen.
Howdy! Hey.
Thanks for being
Welcome,
here.
folks.
Welcome. Oh, I have to speak into this. Hey.
Yeah, they only have one mic, so they're going to have to share.
we're an advanced podcast, so.
But man, so we just shot a collab video with Team Edge. We've been watching them for a long time. We're going to get into some questions. We're going to do a prank call. We're just going to have a good time. Is this your guys' first podcast ever?
Yeah. Wait, I heard that. I think mine.
Yes, I think so. I believe so.
It is my first as well.
So you're super nervous.
Yes.
Terrified.
Yes.
You have no idea what kind of questions we're going to be asking you.
Terrified.
I'm okay.
First time in Colorado for you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can give him one of those breath mints strips. Give him a breath mint strip.
Hey, you guys are going to have to deal with this.
Your face is that close to mine.
Listerine man.
It's going to be a struggle in the middle here with these guys like.
So you came out here. This is a collab long in the making.
Yes.
What do you guys think of the video we put you through? Tell everybody what you experienced.
Honestly, I was impressed by what you guys were able to build, and we didn't die.
Yeah, clearly.
So that's a positive.
Yeah, the video is done being shot, so.
We had a lot of fun. It's always fun to be, smashed together with your buddies and, I don't know, just forced to spend time together. I think with the invention of smartphones, we tend to isolate ourselves, and when we're just like forced to spend time together, it turns out to be a good time.
I'm sure in a small space as well.
Joey farted on me, and it was terrible. And he wouldn't let me go. I was stuck, and it was the worst.
Yeah, so we trapped them in a very small Airbnb that was underground together for the night and put them through some interesting events and challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Can we say anything that happened or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want.
The creepiest part was the clown.
Oh, Glizzo
Like,
the clown. Yes,
Glizzo the clown.
He made an appearance, and someone probably didn't like him as much as others. That was my guess.
Was that his name before last night, or did we just name him that?
It was the name Glizzo the Clown was spawned last night.
Oh, okay, because of the hot dogs.
Yeah.
By the way, I've just recently heard the glizzy term. What is that from? Is that something inappropriate? I don't know.
Well, so I would say 90% of it means hot dog. That's what most people.
Okay.
What is the other 10%?
Well, this is family-friendly channel. We can't go into that.
Yeah.
Got
and
it.
that's an Urban Dictionary thing. So it's like we
Don't look at Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, exactly. So most people, Isaac specifically, he's known because he just loves hot dogs, like legit.
Oh.
And so he came up with his own word.
Yeah, so
Glizzo.
we took glizzy and we put a twist on it, make it glizzo. That way it's our own word. It means what we want it to mean.
It's another made-up word.
No, but yeah, it was a good time. I think you guys did a really good job with the planning of it all. We liked the little details. That was our favorite part. The things where like you can't check out any later than no earlier than 10 a.m.
Yeah,
so we couldn't. They were holding us hostage.
Yes, no earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole build probably took us like 3 weeks, it was fun.
So were you guys working on that alone for 3 weeks, or like a bunch of different things at once for 3 weeks?
What else were we doing?
I think we were doing several videos. It's just something that's been a long process. Ever since we planned the collab with you guys, we're like, all right, we got a date locked in. We got to finish it by then. We were working till last minute.
Yeah, because I was looking at that. I was like, oh, this thing took a long time because you put detail into it. Like the little fan that had the vent and everything. That was thoughtful.
Yeah.
I honestly appreciated all the safety precautions because we've been on sets where it's like, is this going to collapse on me? Am I going to die? But honestly, well done.
Nice. Yeah. Some of our builds, like that one up there, that one's not very engineered. It's like that was just a temporary 1-day set type of thing. But like this one that you guys are staying in, like you're saying, we went through the extra mile with the pressure treated wood. It's elevated off the ground with cinder blocks, so it's not touching the ground. There's lots of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We built something like a underground bunker over a van, which collapsed onto the van. So when you guys told us what we were doing, I was like, yes, it did.
It leaned in. It was like pressed against the van.
Collapse. No, it collapsed. I'm telling you,
We need proof here.
during the film session, it squeezed the van while we were in it. You weren't there, and we couldn't get the van out. It was stuck in there because the walls had all like
Oh yeah.
collapsed onto the van. So I was nervous. Like, I really hope they built this right.
Squeeze is different than collab.
Don't let him have the mic. There, Bobby.
There you
Here,
go.
Brian and I are going to talk.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
We built some bunkers under our barn, and those things were legit. Then we kind of forgot about them, and that thing turned into a giant mold monster. Like, it was
Oh, no way.
insane.
Yeah. It was very
We just had to like demolish them. Like a human can't go down there in there. They'll get lost. They'll die. I don't know.
So we hopefully the bunker that we just built is not going to turn into that, but otherwise if it does, it's underground and it's buried forever. That's fine.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, just bury it. You don't have to worry about it ever again. No one's going to
You don't
know.
gotta take it out. It's just there. It's one
Okay.
with the land.
Before we go any further, some of you might not know who Team Edge is, which is surprising because Bobby, I think, mentioned that both our channel and their channel has the exact same amount of subscribers as at the recording of this podcast, which is fascinating.
We are at 7.38 million subscribers.
Both.
And I was just like, wow, what are the odds of that? Like, that's a slim chance.
On the day that we collab.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you guys tell us and them about your channel? What do you guys do?
Well, basically our channel, we'll take some trends, we'll take fun games, and like we'll take a sport and we'll try and like mix it up with something else. We'll do small things, big things. Like we try and just make challenges. We're a challenge channel, and we always like to spice it up in our own Team Edge kind of way. So we'll just put our own flair with things, and yeah, been doing it for a while now.
Joey's like,
I like to say it's like a game show where the hosts don't change, but the games do, because it's normally flipped. The games change. No, the game stays the same, and the people in it change. You know, Jeopardy, they got different people, and you can't really like connect with them. So
A
I need
reverse
to be more
Jeopardy.
entertaining that way. Yeah, reverse Jeopardy, exactly.
And how many years have you guys been?
7 years. We started in my brother's apartment, and then we went to his garage and backyard, and then we went into a warehouse, and then we went into a bigger warehouse, and then we went into a bigger warehouse, and then we went into a bigger warehouse, and now we're in that bigger warehouse and currently trying to get even a bigger warehouse.
Just the cycle.
The stages of
we
life.
should have stopped, upscaling just like 10 square feet more, just go a little further.
Every year, 10 square feet.
We need 10 more square feet.
Well, this is awesome because I know for me, and probably Andrew the same. I don't know when the first time I subscribed, but it's been at least 4 years I've been watching you guys' videos. So
I love it.
I would
just to be here is epic. Heck yeah.
I don't want to talk anymore.
No, I'm not going
I
to
don't
play
want
that
to.
game, dude. We're
No,
on
me
somebody's podcast.
These guys are like brothers, as you can tell. Like
Brian's my brother-in-law. Bobby's my cousin.
so almost brothers.
Yeah.
Close family.
A cousin is a brother from your uncle. In
And your
case you guys
uncle
did not
is-
know what that was.
Clarify.
Brother from another mother.
Yeah.
Brother from another mother.
And during the challenge, I asked you guys if you were subscribed to our channel, and Team Edge is.
We have been for, I would say, several years.
Because we tried to do a collab. How long ago was that?
Yeah, Joey,
and
can you
Andrew-
explain?
yeah,
Can you
tell-
explain? Hey, explain this one.
Okay, so I've already repented for this and apologized.
This was like 2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago, Andrew texted me. I think I still have your number. We haven't texted since then.
No, we don't.
Wait, who initiated
Did we?
the conversation?
Yeah, because I've asked you some like
Oh, yes.
technical questions.
Yes, I remember. And I was like, can you stop texting me, please?
Block.
So Andrew hit me up. He's like, hey, we're coming to town to collab with the Dangy Bros, and we'd love to collab with you guys as well. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. And that was like maybe a couple months out. And then like the time came to it, and I was like, I texted him. He texted me like, all right, we're ready. And I was like, yeah, dude, I forgot about that. Like we haven't done anything. And
We're ready.
I would not do that again. Because I feel that I would be more professional than that. So I would like to apologize and correct my ways. And we'd love for you guys to come back. Sorry, I gotta.
Oh, speaking about
Lunch
being
is over.
professional.
Yeah. We'd love for you guys to come back so that I can do that to you again.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to the opportunity. No, but yeah, it's all good. I'm glad finally we were able to connect and make some content.
And we're going to be going out next. because this trip they just came out to shoot a video on our channel, and so next year, January, February, we'll go out and shoot a video and have no idea. They came into our video shoot knowing nothing. So I don't know if you guys are going to do the same for us or if we're going to work. Probably? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's how we like it, though. We work good in the unknown.
I don't know. I'm getting nervous now after we already pied him in the face.
I'm already writing ideas down.
Oh, no.
Hey, so wait, let me ask. So he had to deal with the clown.
Uh-huh.
Was that in payback for him ignoring you?
Oh.
Not ignore. I didn't ignore him.
No.
Nah. It wasn't payback, but, you know, I don't know if anyone, like, really enjoys clowns.
Nah. Not that clown.
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I want Glizzo to come to my birthday party, man. That guy was awesome. I just want him to just mouth breathe the entire time and just stare at us. Not like blow up balloons or anything. Just stare at us.
We can make some arrangements.
Fly him out.
Yeah, he charges a fee, so.
Whatever it is.
Exactly.
You'd have to take vacation because he works.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So before we get into some crazy questions, we know you guys are great at prank calling. Right, Joey?
Yeah. Joey's awesome.
And Brian, you're really good at prank calling.
I'm confused. Bro, they're going to make us do some prank.
No, you guys don't have to. Bobby can do
No,
it.
we'll do it. I'll do it.
I'm down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Before this, they were telling us Bobby is like the expert at public humiliation, but these two guys, very
He
nervous.
doesn't humiliate. He's just like,
Yeah, he wants it to
I
happen.
do public humiliation without even knowing it sometimes. I just do something that's humiliating. And I'll be like, oh, I didn't mean
no
to.
one heard you start over.
So sometimes I publicly humiliate myself without purposely even trying. I just like, oops, I messed up bad in front of everyone.
Well, tell us about that bird story you told us at lunch, the rooster in the tree.
Oh, so for a Team Edge video, there was a punishment where I had to dress up as a rooster and go up into a tree. Joining Brian wouldn't be caught dead within 50 feet of me being publicly shamed.
I think I put like my hat. I'm just like,
Like literally,
Up.
I needed to get up into this tree, and Joey and Brian were fighting over who's gonna be the one to push me up into the tree because they don't want to be associated with some random guy hopping into a tree in a chicken costume. So literally, I got on up there, and I was having the time of my life. I was waving to people. I acted like there was a sale on mattresses down the street, you know. But Joey and Brian were hiding in the truck, just like, I hope no one sees us. And I'm thinking in my head, no one's looking at you guys. They're looking at the guy that's dressed up like a chicken in the tree. Like, come on now.
So you guys are down to do the prank call.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I'm down for Joey to do it.
You guys know we love doing prank calls here, so we'll jump into a prank call. But the thing is, usually when we do prank calls, we have the headphones so we can hear the people talking. So what we'll do is Andrew will wear the headphones. He'll listen to them talking. And what you guys should do is we'll start with Bobby. Andrew will point to you when it's your turn to talk, but you won't know what they're saying. So you get to say one sentence. When you're done with the sentence, you hand it to Brian. When Brian's done with the sentence, hand it to Joey. Andrew will let you guys know when the person's talking, and you guys just respond.
Do you want to know the store, or do you guys want that to be a mystery as well?
Completely blind.
Okay.
No, we got to
I
know.
you.
this.
What's the store?
Yeah.
Okay.
What store?
I'm not telling you.
Yes.
So, Bobby, once
I'll
they
kick
say
us off.
hi, you have to figure out what the conversation is going to be about.
Great.
And then you guys help the story continue.
I'll kick us off.
Thank you for calling GameStop, where we buy your phones, games, and accessories. This is Alex. How may I help you?
Hey, I just have a quick question for you. I came into your store the other day. I'm sorry, like this is kind of a complex question, but I bought a hamster from you, and I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. I've never had one before, and I just have like a couple questions for you. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so it died. So I'm trying to figure out how to dispose of it.
Hang up.
GameStop.
Yeah, you call GameStop.
He was down. He was down to help us with our hamster.
He did. He's like, okay, what is it?
Dude, Timmy working at GameStop was about to tell me how to revive my hamster.
Bro, you're way too specific. I was like, what else do I say?
That's what makes it good.
Okay, we'll call another GameStop. Now that you know we're calling GameStop, you can prepare.
GameStop Flyers. This is Todd. How can I help you?
Hey, I just bought a PS5 and I'm trying to connect it to my TV, but it's my first time with the console, so I don't know how to plug it into my TV. Can you? And I'm sure you know how, and I'm confused.
Sure. Do you have the HDMI plug?
So I can't find the holes on the back of the TV.
Okay. What kind of TV do you got?
Okay, so I was told that it was a microchip problem or something like that. So I started putting some Lay's chips inside of it, and I just couldn't figure out, like, is the motherboard the one in there? Because where's the fatherboard at?
Okay. That is not how that works.
So what do I do then if I don't know what to do?
Oh, that's it.
Wow, that was actually a pretty coherent conversation.
You guys couldn't hear what he was saying, though, right?
Not really. I heard like a little murmur.
Yeah, because he's like, okay, so do you have the HDMI cord? And then I was like, point at you. Like, now go answer his question. And you're like, I can't find the holes.
I can't find the holes to stick it in.
It's like, oh, what time?
Who's next?
What kind of TV do you have? And you can go into microchips.
There's the motherboard, but where's the fatherboard?
Okay, let's turn the tables. You guys give us a prompt. Andrew and I will call somebody.
Because you guys are better at it.
No.
I want you to call H&R Block saying that you want a deer taxidermied because they do taxes. So I need
Gotcha.
taxidermy jobs.
How long are you
got
holding on to that one?
I just thought of it right now.
Oh, H&R Block is temporarily closed.
Ooh,
'Cause
or we can reverse it. Let's
it's
call a taxidermist and try to get her taxes done.
Great call.
Wilderness.
Hey, is this the tax place?
Yeah, it's a tax place. All right.
Sweet. I got a couple questions. Me and my buddy here.
You there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, I was going hunting, and while on the hunting adventure, I was looking to purchase a few things for my write-offs, and during that process, I got a letter from the IRS saying I couldn't do that and that I owe a lot of money. So I was wondering if you could help me out with this, get this situated.
No, because I'm a taxidermist, not a tax man.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for was the tax man. Do you know if the antlers are write-offs or
What do you mean?
like deductibles? Can you take the?
You lose them?
Do they stay there or do you take them off?
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're asking me.
Okay, so when you go hunting and you get an animal, usually I'll put it on the wall. I'm trying to get it as a write-off, but the IRS keeps sending me letters saying I'm owing more than I'm paying. So I need you to help me get this situated because I don't want to go to jail or anything like that.
Well, again, I'm not a tax person. I'm a taxidermist.
Right. That's just the long way of saying tax guy.
Well, because like specifically with hunting taxes, that's why we're calling you, because if I call a normal person, they're not going to understand it like you. And
Some people are like, some people are against hunting. So that's why we want to go with a hunting specific guy who knows the proper write-offs and how the antlers.
Well, the only thing I know about, I'm a taxidermist. I mount the stuff, put it on the wall. That's what I do.
That's what he does.
You do what now?
It's
the
all
only thing I do the mount.
the mount.
I do the
what
the
code
taxidermy.
is that? What
Do
what
I have
division of the IRS is the mount?
No. I just do the work. I don't have nothing to do with taxes.
Okay. So in regards to this situation, do I just come over to your house and you help me out with this, or are you coming back over to our house?
I don't go nowhere.
Do we bring you the receipts or the animal?
No, if you want it mounted, you bring the animal in here and we mount it for you, charge you a fee, and then away you go. The only way you can write that off is if you're using it for decoration.
So you can write it off.
Well, if you're using it for decoration,
What are the
You're not
other
gonna be
What
able
are
to
the
write
other
off your hunt.
uses?
what do you mean other uses? You could eat it and not have to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, but then we won't get any write-offs.
How about this? We will bring the antlers over, and we have a bag of receipts and letters, and I'm going to bring my attorney over just so we can get this squared away. You'll fix this for us. We could probably be over there in an hour or so. Just depends on when we get off work.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Just come on down.
Okay. Perfect. I see your address here on the Google, so we'll be there. We got quite a few things, so we'll bring them over. We should be there in an hour. Do you need anything?
Maybe lunch.
Lunch?
Where do you like to eat lunch?
Del Frisco's.
Okay.
We got some brisket and deer.
We do have the venison.
No.
You don't eat it?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't like deer.
You're vegan.
Wait.
Some days I'm yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, that's the most confusing thing I've heard all day.
Yeah, well, so is this conversation.
Third guy signing on here. Hey, I'm their business partner. I have a question. So my question is, I don't really know how to say this. If you were to, if I were to start with,
Come on, spit it out.
if I was going to, where does it go?
Where does what go?
Like the certain part of the deer on the underneath.
Because I know, like, we're going to obviously mount it, but as far as taxes, where does that go?
Pleasure, recreation.
Oh, the category. All right, so we're having lunch at your house in about an hour. We'll bring the receipts, the antlers, but no meat because you're vegan.
Correct.
All right, just want to make sure we got everything in order. We're trying to stay organized.
Thanks so much for your time.
No, sir.
We'll see you here shortly. pal.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Okay, well, bye now.
Wow.
That call was awesome.
I could barely hear what he was saying.
I can tell that guy was just like, I'm just gonna tell you yes, just like whatever it is, just get
Yeah.
over here, like whatever time.
Dude, that guy has nothing to do.
That was probably
slow
entertaining
day
for
at
him. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Wow, that was an intense call. It was funny.
Dude, this guy's gonna not buy lunch and he's gonna be hungry.
He's gonna be waiting for lunch.
Yeah.
I need my
What a cool
salad.
guy, though. He sounds like a cool guy.
I need my salad and my
You didn't
receipts.
even
No,
hear
he's
him.
probably like,
From what I could hear, he's like playing along and yeah.
He's gonna go home to his family like, you guys would not believe the call I had today.
I know, you know. There you have it, guys. Not every day you get to hear Team Edge doing a prank call. So
Probably the last time too.
see how long they kept theirs going? Ours lasted like 30 seconds. Like,
Where does it go?
We went too
done.
far. Like they immediately
They knew.
it was a joke.
yeah.
yeah.
I'm we're learning from the best.
Yeah, you got to kind of like tease a little bit. You got to draw them in. But once you got them, you got them.
Yeah.
Yes, they can't get off that hook, no matter how hard they wiggle. That's a fishing term.
Okay, it's time to get to know Team Edge a little more. Your fans are probably wondering some of these questions as well. Who are your favorite YouTubers on the platform?
Oof, I'll start off. Not including you guys, right? We won't say you guys.
Yeah, it's off limits.
Unless
Okay.
we are, and that's fine.
But I want to hear different answers.
Okay.
Let's see. Dude Perfect.
One of my favorite YouTubers is called Tactical Bassin. It's a fishing YouTube channel.
I would say Blacktail Studio. It's a woodworking channel. I am obsessed with woodworking.
Woodworking. Wow.
Yes, that's my thing.
See, I would get Bobby's. I wouldn't have guessed that. For
Really?
you, yeah, woodworking.
Do I look
What
like
does he look like?
I think
a,
you need some like wooden shoes. Or
like I'd be
something.
into like
Wooden shoes?
Clogs, what he clogs.
size 14s.
Yeah,
What do I look like I'd be into? Like veganism and
I wouldn't necessarily say veganism.
animal rights.
I'd say,
You kind of look like you enjoy a good hammock.
yeah. I was about to say a hiking guy.
They know me better than they know I like to lie down and I get tired easily. I like hammocks, yeah. I don't watch hammocking channels though. Is that a thing?
I don't know if there's channels specifically for that.
Might be.
Yeah, I know.
Surprised.
Today's hammock is this. Smash that like button.
So how did you guys like our answers?
So far, it's been great.
Good. Good.
Yeah. No, it's been great, dude.
Okay. Your favorite video you have ever made and why?
Ooh, okay. I would say it's somewhat of a series on our channel, but the giant slippery slopes. Those are probably one of my favorite ones. Those are just so much fun. I'll watch that one over and over again, and it's like, hey, we're doing another one. Let's go.
Fun time.
I like watching those as well.
Hey, maybe when they come out sometime in January, February.
We'll make another one.
Can we please?
There, honestly,
If you were to ask me what my favorite video was to film, to watch, and all the above, well, they weren't specific.
Okay, we'll go with all the above.
It's that. I love filming those videos, and it is so much fun to be on those slopes because it's like,
Wait, what do you make this slippery substance out of? Is it just?
Trade secret.
yeah, proprietary substance.
We're gonna have to sign an NDA.
It's
Yeah.
soap and lotion. Yeah.
Never would have guessed.
So at first we used this thing called Kids Slime Bath, BAFF, and we got a story about that. Should I start with that story?
No, let's let Bobby finish with his favorite video.
Okay. And we put the Kids Slime Bath on there, and it was way too slippery to the point where like you get going down that slope, you're going 25 miles per hour. And I was like, somebody's going to get hurt on this because it was so fast. So we had to wipe it all off at the beginning of the shoot. Took a half an hour. And then we put a different substance that was slick, but not too slick.
Was that the story, or is there more to it?
we'll tell the story.
I can tell the story too. So my favorite video is called Hot Dog Slingshot. It's one of our older videos. It is my favorite video ever. Here's the thing. The video that came out, it's great and all, but recording the video was awesome. It's just a bunch of guys being dudes just hanging out and having fun. So I would say that one. But the story about the slime, the big story about the slime is that slime bath with an F or two Fs. Basically what happened was we had a bunch of it and we decided, let's just pour it down the drain. But the drain that we were pouring it down goes right out to the street, right? And this stuff is slippery and it's bright green. So we got to pouring it all down the drain, and I think it was like later that day, I remember I was driving to the studio and I see like people in hazmat suits, cop cars and stuff on the side of the road. And I'm like, I wonder what happened there. And I just drove past and didn't think anything of it. And so eventually I'm in the studio and I see a sheriff's deputy, a person with a tie and a clipboard walking on in. And I'm thinking like, what the heck is going on here? And so apparently someone called the police saying that there's a radioactive liquid being spilled out onto the main road. And they straight up got people in hazmat suits checking its like pH levels and all of that just to try and figure out like what the heck is this stuff.
Shut down the block.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So our art director, art guy, he basically walked out there to be like, I wonder what this is. So he walks out with the people and he was like, yeah, that's us. So that was a pretty gnarly
Did you get a
situation.
fine or anything? No. What?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
I paid it.
Oh no.
And we had to have a sit down.
Ignorance is bliss.
We had a sit down conversation with the city. They had to sit us down and tell us what does and doesn't go down. Now, again, this bath is water soluble. It's non-toxic.
We didn't do anything wrong.
No, it's okay to go down the drain.
Just don't dump 100 gallons down the drain.
Yeah. So
Wow.
but
Wait, so how much
a
was
crazy
the fine?
it was over $1,000.
Okay, well, a lot of numbers are over $1,000. Is $1 million?
No, less.
So between $1,000 and $1 million.
Yes. I don't remember the exact amount. I can pull it up. You want? Okay. But yeah.
Oh man, that's a crazy story.
I drove home too thinking like, man, I wonder what happened there. Something bad must have happened. And I go home and I get the calls later.
Dude,
Dang.
that's intense. Okay, so with that story, what's the hardest part for you guys about being YouTubers? What's the most difficult thing for you?
You want to answer this one first?
I think running the business, being in charge of it all, not having anybody to look to and be like, what do I do? It's
Yeah.
like, I have to make the decisions, and the decisions come down to me. And if I don't make the right decision, then I'm making a decision for a lot of people. We got 12 people on our team. A lot of people watch us, and I want to make the right decisions and do things that are going to help our company to flourish and be fruitful, and to be a good steward of our influence. And we haven't always done that. And people have stopped watching us over different decisions we've made. There's been good decisions we've made, bad decisions, and that can be scary sometimes. Having it all rests on your shoulders.
Yeah.
That's a good point, because I was thinking about that when we were driving. We just got back from coffee, but like when you start a YouTube channel and it starts growing, it's almost like every YouTuber almost gets thrown into this position of like having to run a business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So unless you hire out someone to do that, these creators all around are like, oh, well, I'm a businessman now.
And the thing that's also more unique about being a YouTuber specifically is that there are the ups and downs. Whereas like maybe a 9 to 5, it's the same thing, the same pay all the time.
Yeah.
Versus what we do, we have to be at the top of our game, because if not, we could go start declining, which impacts our business, our employees, everything. So, I mean, obviously relate. And
Yeah, I mean, money goes up and down based on decisions you make month to month. You make a video that does really well, you're making good money. You make a video that does poorly, it could be half the amount the next month, or 75% less.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at a company that's making milk, they probably don't have that wide of swings in their profit margins or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
But we did make a decision recently where we made Brian CEO, so it doesn't all rest on my shoulders now, which is nice.
You got promoted?
I got promoted, so if things go downhill, my fault.
Nice. What about you?
Explain that.
Yeah, so pretty much the reason we did that is Joey is pretty much taking care of all the creative side of things, focusing on that, so I can focus on the business side of things, and hopefully just I think one thing I'm sure you guys run into is when you guys are being pulled in so many different directions, it's hard to do something really well. So that's why we kind of put him in charge of the creative side of things. So that's, like he said, he didn't know we paid a fine. So again, something for
Doesn't
him.
concern me.
Yeah, that's
pretty
not
much.
creative department.
Yeah.
$1,000, that's child's play. Come on.
Need to know basis.
But no, I think Joey summed it up pretty well.
You feel the same.
Yeah. It's I won't repeat it, but yeah.
I mean, because you two you're married, have kids. I'm sure it affects you guys differently maybe than Bobby. Bobby, you probably have your own difficulties outside of that.
I mean, sure. I think these guys definitely take more of the business side and everything of that. Absolutely. I think in terms of like what's being hard about being a YouTuber, one thing I know for sure is just like adapting to how YouTube is. And we were actually having a conversation about this yesterday, about how we can't just like go back to a video style that we used to do. We can't just go back to a trend that we used to do, because it's just YouTube changes so much and people want different things. And you guys know the industry. It's just like being a YouTuber, you constantly have to make sure you're fitting in the right zone. And sometimes you have to change. You can't just stay complacent. If you do, then you kind of just start falling behind. You might be comfortable, but you're not going to grow. You're not going to go anywhere. If anything, you'll go down. So constantly adapting is probably the hardest thing that I've seen with YouTube.
So how did you guys adapt? Because when we were talking yesterday, you guys mentioned the Edge games. Was it really maybe? You gotta rub that in. No, I'm just putting that up. Like, I'm sure a bunch of your audience loved it. I mean, we enjoyed the series, but you guys were saying it didn't perform. So how did you like change and learn from that and adapt?
I think there's a lot of reasons why. One of the reasons that I've seen, I think it's just, it didn't really let our personalities engage with the audience. We changed a lot of things. We changed our set, we changed the style, we changed the teams, we added new people and stuff like that. And we had a lot of people, we didn't really have a lot of chance to like let the audience get to know who we are. They know us three, but like for the new viewer that just sees Team Edge, they don't lock on to anyone in specific. They're just like, there's a group of guys, and every video there's kind of like a different set of guys, and there's nothing really to like grab onto that's just like, this is consistent, I can understand this person kind of thing. There's a bunch of reasons, but that's one of the ones that I see, is that it's hard to get to know us when everything's changing constantly.
You were talking about the difficulties of being a YouTuber. On the more psychological, emotional, mental level. We were talking about the business aspect. I think it's, putting my identity in YouTube, being a YouTuber. I have to question, like, would I be fine if YouTube was to shut down and nobody was to know who I was? Would I be fine? Would I be fine emotionally, spiritually? Would it depress me? Because it's so easy, when a bunch of people recognize you, a bunch of people watch you, it's like, man, that feels good, but when you put your identity in that, you're placing, think about it, that being a leg of a stool, and you sitting on that stool, you're placing yourself on a stool that's unstable, so I'm placing my identity in something that can change and is unstable. And when I do that, I'm constantly filled with fear, and the highs are great, but the lows are not great. And that's why we put our identity in something consistent. We put our identity in God. And when we have our identity in other places, you're filled with fear. And the other thing is, the highs and lows. When we're making money, things are great. But there's always that fear of losing it when you place your value in money, and you love money, and you're still filled with fear because you can lose it. And when it's low, your emotions are low. I'm sure you guys have experienced that.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you hit it perfectly when it comes to like a relationship with the Lord outside of just what we're doing as a career. And that's why I loved about your channel since the beginning. Like, you can tell when people follow the Lord, and it was obvious from like the very first videos that we watched that there's something different about you guys. And we get those messages too, because we're not like talking about Jesus in our videos, but people see something in us and they'll get us like, hey, you helped me through depression. I see something different in you guys, and same with you guys. So it's like, it's awesome to find other creators like you guys who are doing something bigger than just these fun challenges.
Yeah.
That you're something bigger than who you are on the camera.
Yeah, I think, we've never really been quiet about our faith. There's a lot of Christians that are kind of scared to share their faith. But what I will say that we've not always done great at is just making an effort to share our faith. Mm-hmm. It's, when you're scared about sharing your faith, or you're just too lazy to share it, it's the same thing. Like, you're not getting the message out there. And I think that we need to make a much better effort of using the platform we have to share our faith, and making an effort in that, and being a better steward of that. Because it's easy to just think of it as a business, but this is a stewardship that the Lord's given us.
Switching gears, let's see where you guys are at mentally. What's the first word that comes to your mind?
Cat. I don't even have a cat.
Steak.
Lasagna.
Okay.
Must have
hungry
snacks.
right now? I guess we're hungry right now.
Yeah, I want to eat a cat.
Okay, you got burger. Go.
Corn.
Corn.
You guys all said foods, and now I'm like,
said
maybe
cat.
a little snack. would
You
be
eat
good.
cats? I don't eat cats.
Nah, you were too long ago.
Cat.
Okay.
Kit Kat. Yeah, that's what he meant.
So with 2023 right around the corner, what can your fans expect from Team Edge? Anything different? Any exciting changes?
Yeah, I think kind of following up on what Bobby said is really trying to focus more on the community, making content that, that we truly enjoy, that we feel the audience wants to see us do. Not, it's not just like a view grab type of deal, but that's, I think, what I'm excited for is to pivot into content that we're excited to, whatever it takes to make it happen. We're looking to expand, looking to change up. Not looking to, we kind of have to, our lease is up. So we kind of have to figure out what's our next move there. But we're excited to, pivot to where we're going to go next. Cause I think that's going to be a big step. I think it was pretty cool coming here. Like when you guys have going on, it's like, yeah, we want property.
It
We
made
want
us
land.
really insecure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
Yeah. They showed us around, like, look at all this property we have.
We're just like this.
No, and I think, honestly, this is gonna be the first of many collaborations between us. That I think we'll do some fun stuff in the future with you guys. That's what I'm looking forward to.
So he was very vague about the things we have coming, but
We're starting a coffee company.
I mean, one thing in specific I think we can say is that one of the goals that I definitely have in mind is that we want to connect with the community. We want to connect with you guys. I think a lot of YouTubers see viewers as just a hollow number, but like we see you guys as like, we want to be like best friends with you guys. We want you guys to know who we are. We want to get to know you guys. We want to engage with you guys a lot more. So I think we're going to try our best to like, not just put up a video, but we want to try our best to like know who you are, engage with you guys, give you guys what you want, but also hear what you guys have to say and like hang out with you guys. We want to be like best friends with you guys, not just like we'll post a video and just like go dark, you know? So that's one of the goals for me.
That was
at least.
deep, Bob. That was good.
yeah, so that's going to be one of our focuses going forward. I think we haven't always been, again, you know, I've talked about our stewardship. We haven't been good stewards of our audience. We've looked at our audience in the past as a number or a means to an end. And you know, when they're in means to an end, you're using somebody, you're exploiting somebody. So we're looking to not be focusing on numbers so much, but looking at numbers as a way to see if we're pleasing our audience. So we're trying to be better stewards of our community and foster our community in a better way. That's our focus in the next year.
Yeah. Yeah. You can look at numbers in different ways. It's just all about like how you interpret it or how you want to use it. So that's cool.
Yeah. Like you said, man, we're so excited to come out and collab. So you guys will see that video soon. You've probably already seen our collab. Not sure when this is out, but
Yeah, definitely.
it should be out. But if you guys want to go comment on their latest video, what should they comment? Something unique that'll get the Team Edge fan base kind of like, what does this mean?
Guys, go comment Bobby loves lasagna. You said on their video?
On their latest video. And everyone, if you see that comment, thumbs it up. Let's get it to be a top comment.
Yeah. I like.
And if you haven't already, go subscribe to them. Any final words before we say goodbye?
Lasagna. I got nothing.
We don't got anything either. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.